I'm Collin, and this is a Ferrari F430. The F430 was released in 2004 as the successor to the Ferrari 360 and the competition to the Lamborghini Gallardo. The F430 featured a refined chassis, refined gearbox, and an all-new engine design. So the big question is, did Ferrari nail it? Well, let's find out. And you're watching Cars with Collin. On this channel, I will be reviewing the coolest and most unique cars I can find. So subscribe and hit that bell for more awesome content. Enjoy the video. The beautiful lines of this car were designed by the infamous design house Pininfarina, specifically Frank Stephenson. Frank Stephenson is a Moroccan-born Spanish-American who has designed some of the most iconic and infamous cars of the modern era, such as the first-gen BMW X5, Ferrari 599, Maserati MC12, and the McLaren P1, and the list goes on and on and on. And of course, he nailed the design. The lines on this car are beautiful. This big swoop back through the door that leads up to these aggressive intakes. And if you come around to the back, you have an Enzo-style rear end. Now there are some modifications to this car, such as the FabSpeed exhaust as well as headers. And we also have this beautiful 5-spoke design HRE performance wheel. Here we are inside the F430, and this interior is gorgeous. One of the biggest innovations on the F430 lies on the steering wheel. It is located on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. It is called the Ferrari Manettino switch. On the very bottom, you have snow and ice mode, you have sport mode, race mode, and then when you flip it all the way that way, like that, you turn on CST off. As for the rest of the steering wheel, you have your horn right here that's activated by your thumb instead of pushing down like that. On the left-hand side, you have your engine start button. On the door, you pull this to open it and pull this to lock and unlock it. Now as we turn our attention to the center stack, right here you have your parking brake, below that an ashtray, and then a panel which has your mirror button, your hazard, your parking lights, and a cigarette lighter, and above that is your F1 transmission settings. You have reverse right here and auto right there, and below that is a big F1 badge. Now you might be wondering, what is the F1 transmission? Well, let me explain. The F1 transmission is a 6-speed automated manual transmission. Not a manual, not an automatic. It is what is technically called an automated manual. The F1 gearbox was first introduced in the Ferrari F355 and was featured for many years up until the 599, being the very last car to offer such a gearbox. The F1 transmission's gear selection and clutch are operated by an electric oil pump that supplies 6 hydraulic electrovalves that shift the gear. The throttle valve opening, engine revs, temperature, rotation level at the entrance and exit of the transmission, vehicle speed, gear picked, and gear selected during the gear change are all monitored by a central processing unit. The chosen mode, whether it be sport, ice, race, as well as automatic mode, is also taken into account. The F430 was the last mid-engine Ferrari to use the F1 automated manual transmission. It was also the last one to have a 6-speed gated manual option. On the center stack here, you have 3 air vents, and above that is a plaque that says F430. Below that, you have your radio and your driver window and your passenger window. Below that is all your settings for the climate control. I also must note the quality of this interior. It is definitely some of, if not the best, interior quality that I've ever seen in my life. The fit and finish is wonderful, and the leather is so nice. It's very soft, plush, and smooth, and has barely, if any, imperfections in it. This specific car has beige Tradizione leather, which in Ferrari talk means tan. It also has the Daytona-style powered seats. And also, this car sounds amazing. inside the F430. And unlike many other supercars that you or I or many other people have been in, it is very, very roomy in here. It is very comfortable. The seats are amazingly comfortable. Everything is wrapped in some of the best quality leather I've ever seen. Another thing that many people talk about in the F430 is the F1 gearbox. Many people complain about it being too jerky and uncomfortable and just too much. Well, it's really not that bad in the F430. Maybe it might be in cars like the 355 and the 360 and the 575 or a lot of the Lamborghini E-Gear cars, especially the early ones, but Ferrari got it pretty nailed down by the time they got to the F430. And this car is also pretty darn quick. So, back to the original question. Did they nail it? Well, the short answer is yes. The F430 is an amazing car. It has everything you could ever ask for in a supercar. It has the sound, the feel, the speed, as well as an amazing interior. The F430 is the last of a generation that we will never, ever see again. Thank you for watching. And a huge thanks to Fuel Social Club for hosting me in this video. Fuel Social Club is a car club in Auburn, Indiana that has many cool features and events, such as racing simulators, golf simulator, and big TVs to have race watch parties. So please go check them out.